Hi there, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Juan.
And we are Down with the Dominguezes.
Oh my gosh.
Hey everyone, I'm Cheyenne Dominguez and I'm here with
Juan Dominguez.
and we are back after a little summer hiatus and some traveling and just enjoying summertime.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
But one of the things I did was I had a little weekend getaway with a couple of friends.
Very nice.
We went to Chicago. We had a nice little weekend, but some kind of disaster always never fails to happen when I go away and you're left in charge of our children and dogs and home. I mean, in this case, it was a mere 72 hours.
It was just 72 hours, and it reminds me of that Taylor Swift song. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. In this case, it's when you walked out, but it's very close. I know that I'm always in trouble when you walk out and I'm left with the kids and the dogs and whatever else. So
I thought you could handle it for 72 hours, which you did. You always do, with a smile on your face, but there's always an incident.
Let's be clear. You said, mission accomplished if the boys are alive and the dogs are alive. You didn't say if I was alive. And that was the missing piece of the puzzle.
Yes. So what was it? Day 2? I was away.
No, it was the last. Weren't you coming home? You were coming home that night. Yeah.
Was
yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got a text with a photo from you that, put me into a panic because it was a picture of your bicycle helmet, basically with a big busted crack in it.
A big dent, and my face kind of all busted up. I look kind of rugged, though. I did kind of like the picture. It was kind of rugged, but I wouldn't recommend the action getting to it.
So you decided to go mountain biking with the youngest.
Yes,
because he's got a sudden interest in mountain biking.
Obsession is better. So we're out on mountain bikes. Saturday uneventful. Sunday we went to a skills park, and I was not.
So you're not skilled.
I'm not skilled. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy. I went on this little thing called the woodwork. Imagine like almost a ground level roller coaster type thingy. Mm-hmm. And if you fall at the bottom of that roller coaster, no problem. If you fall at the top, no bueno, because I went front wheel first and
then head first, apparently
flew over the handlebars right like a missile head first. Luckily a piece of my shoulder caught as I hit the hard dirt and rocks and everything else, and I thought I was dead. I saw stars for sure.
Oh boy.
And our son is there. He's 9 years old, and I said, hey buddy, I'm going to need some help. And he was great under pressure. He ran over to some other bikers and he said, guys, my dad's really hurt. And they came over, and you're not really, really hurt when you can feel pain. So thankfully I felt pain. And as I started moving every appendage, and the guys came over and helped and dusted me off, but I was quite a sight. Hearing aids hanging from my ears, glasses around my neck, busted up helmet. The guy's like, oh, this helmet saved your life. Yeah.
The helmet was done.
Yeah, it was done.
So that kind of put me into a panic, but I'm glad you're okay and he's okay.
Yeah.
And, just interesting that I go away and you decide to test your mountain biking skills, which you've never done before.
No, everyone lived. And it was funny when we picked you up at the airport, I basically asked you 3 times over the course of a few minutes how your flight was, faking that I had amnesia. And we got you.
I was getting worried.
You were getting worried.
Asking me the same question.
You were like, you've asked me 3 times in the last 3 minutes. I go, I have? How your flight was. Yeah.
That wasn't funny.
I thought it was pretty brilliant.
But that reminded me of another time I went away. I went to Greece, and that was a little bit longer trip. I was gone on business
at least a week
for 7 days or so. I was gone on business, and you seemed unusually like serene every time you texted or talked, almost like there was a cover up.
Oh, almost like I was trying to catch my breath. Yeah. So probably have had this for years and just didn't know it. But where it finally came to a head as I was driving our youngest to a soccer tournament, and I felt like I was going to black out. I had to pull over, and during that whole week, I think I was serene because I was continuously having this kind of shortness of breath, and of course, it ended up being kind of like a panic attack situation, and then ultimately diagnosed as PTSD, Gulf War, 9/11. It was around September 11th. You were away. It all happened, and yeah, it all kind of mushroomed into you coming home and
finding out I came home, and you were like, "Okay, I gotta go. I got an appointment with my
I have a
therapist."
therapist.
What therapist? Oh, some things happened. I had a panic attack while driving.
Yeah, prescription of Zoloft, the whole shooting match. Yeah.
Go talk to my therapist. Okay, great. So that was an interesting sequence of events while I was away.
It just built the whole week. It was crazy.
Country.
Yeah. So I think the out of the country was the added layer. But
okay, so then there was also another time when our youngest was just a few months old, because I remember this was like my first time I got dressed up to go out to dinner with a girlfriend. And
this was epic. Yeah.
This was after having a newborn. So he was probably a few months old, because he was sitting up in a high chair.
However old that is, I can't remember. We're out of practice.
I want to say it was 5 months, 4 months maybe.
I think it was less, but anyway, details, right?
Walking at 3 months or something?
No. So you walked out, and it was an innocent enough scene. It was me, our 17-year-old. Well, he was only maybe 8 at the time.
Probably in second grade.
Yeah, maybe 7. And then I got the baby, and Uncle Alex, your brother,
he was attending
Drexel
University when we lived in Philly.
Yep.
So you've got the support system. I'm leaving for dinner.
I've got firepower. I've got a support system.
You've got my brother there.
Yep.
And you've got our oldest, who was in elementary school, but a good helper.
Yep. And so anyway, your last words were something like, "Try not to bother me with every single thing or anything at all." I think
I said it nicer than that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. And anyway, so it was literally as you were.
I was pulling out of the driveway.
I saw the headlights going out, and I was like, "What could possibly go wrong?" And then all of a sudden, our oldest said, "Dad, look." And I was like, "What?" And I turned around, and our youngest had a diaper poop explosion. Like, it went boom, and everywhere that there could have been poop was
sitting in his high chair
in
the kitchen
to make and strapped in, so to make it more complex. So anyway, it was I basically just yelled, "Alex, get a bunch of bags and stuff to clean and paper towels and meet me up in the bathroom." And so, and our oldest is looking at me like, "Oh my, it was like a massacre, right?" And so a poop massacre. So I take him out of the high chair, and we go up to the bathroom, and we kind of took all his stuff off there in the tub. And then I was like, "Well, I don't know what we're going to do next, but I think this is the smartest thing to do." So I basically just took the baby and put his butt up to the shower and just
sprayed everything all over the shower.
Well, yes, but it got it off him, and he had this look. His eyes, I've never seen him bigger. Like, what is going? This is not how mom bathes me.
It's not the right way to bathe a baby.
You know how babies go into defense mechanism, and sometimes they don't cry because they're just like don't want to die.
Shutting down.
He just shut down. He just shut down, and it was like a hazmat situation. Alex was up there. We all were kind of, blocking our nose. We put all of that stuff into garbage bags. The pizza guy came right at that time.
Pizza delivered.
Because that was dinner, and our oldest went down, got the pizza, put it on the dining room table. We cleaned everything up. Somehow, I think he was so exhausted that I just put him right to bed, and we went downstairs. And so now the kitchen looks like I said, like a crime scene. And we were all so hungry. I said, "Boys, you know what? Wash your hands. We're going to eat pizza before we attack."
Such a boy thing.
It is a boy thing.
I would not have been able to eat my dinner knowing that there was a poop disaster
waiting for us. I had to get grounded. I had to get, a base, and
fueled.
Then I had to get fueled for the next, because I knew the next step was going to be a lot worse.
Cleaning the kitchen.
Yeah. So,
well, I knew something bad had happened when I came home that night and I pulled into the driveway
The high chair.
and the high chair is outside. It's like 11 o'clock at night in
Right.
the driveway
Right.
in my parking
Stripped
spot.
down,
I'm
right?
like,
All the straps and the pads
I'm like,
and
why is the high chair out in my parking spot in the driveway? And apparently you had to hose it down or something.
oh yeah, I had to hose it down. I had to take all the cushions off and the straps and hose it first and then put it in the washing machine. Yeah, it was a night. It was one for the ages.
There's always something.
There's always something. We can't wait. I think you've got it on the calendar for your next ladies trip.
I've got another trip on the calendar.
I can't wait.
I'm hoping there's no incidents, but
I'm calling in reinforcements. I'll probably bring some of my buddies over to hang out and provide additional support.
All right. Well, we want to hear from you. Have you ever had, or do you tend to have, disasters happen at home when one spouse leaves for a little while, especially if dad's in charge? I always find those interesting.
I don't think this is an issue when the guys go on trips. I think the ladies have it well in hand.
Say that, but
well, I'm saying it, and
yeah, these things don't happen when you go out of town.
Interesting. I could add 2 more kids to the mix, and you'd probably be able to deal with it. But anyway,
Let's
yes.
not go crazy. All right. Until next time.
So long.
Did you know you can now upgrade to premium listenership to hear the podcast without any ads? We'll also give you a shout out on the show. Plus, you get access to bonus episodes. Simply tap the website link in our show description and get premium access in a few easy clicks.